Welcome to fun bird's eye view class with Barb Ryder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Whether you're catching me on Facebook live or the replay on Facebook or even on YouTube, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just going to make sure things are happening like they should be. And it looks like it's showing me live. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Well, if you're jumping on, let me know that you're here, whether you're watching the replay or not, especially if you're on YouTube. Every time that you review this on YouTube, make sure to give me a thumbs up and that you like the video. It helps put things out there so people know what type of classes I do. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that because I've got some other classes coming. I will have other videos with some of the new product in the holiday fall mini catalog that will be available on September 6, 2023. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in, and if you are coming in late, just let me know that you're here. I'm just going to start the class because you'll be able to come back and watch this at any time once you get your kits, for those of you that have ordered them. And with that, Stampin' Up! Has been quite behind in their shipping. I do have notifications. I believe it was yesterday. I'm sorry, I should have looked it up. I apologize. Anyway, the order has been shipped because you get product in this card kit of the 5 cards. So I want to turn the camera down and then we'll get started. And so I am gonna still stay here. I'm right up here in the corner. What I wanted to do is just have everything here so that you have everything in front of you when you're ready to do your class. So whether you decide to, hey Sue, thanks for stopping by. Glad that you're here. I'm sorry, 1 second here. This is crazy how this works. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm adjusting my screen here is what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, all right, now, there we go. Here are the items that you're going to need. So I know that some of my team has purchased the basic card kit. And then I have customers that have ordered the card kit from me. So whoever you are, I just appreciate that you chose to take the class with me. And I'm going to just review the things that you need, which are we are going to be using the bird's eye view along with the biggest wish. That's what we're using. You will need your cutter trimmer. I have different. And this was all in the YouTube link, sharing the things that you need. We're going to be using the lightest neutral colors that are in the main catalog. We are using pumpkin pie. And then, what else do I have here? Pumpkin pie. And then the medium, the next color. So I've got the lightest and then the next 2 colors in the neutrals. And then light and dark pumpkin pie, light and dark, what is the color? Lemon lime twist, lemon lolly, okay? Those are the blends that we're going to be using to color. And then a blender pen. You will need dimensionals and some mini glue dots. I have my paper scissors because there's a little fussy cutting, and the ribbon scissors. And then these are the inks. Let me move this light down a little bit better there. So there we go. The inks that you need are Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Pecan Pie, and Lemon Lime Twist, along with your Memento Black. Okay, so those are the ones you need. I am going to shift over here a little bit so I'm not underneath my photo. Welcome, I see. Hi, Diana. Welcome. Thanks for jumping in on a Wednesday. Usually I'm here on Thursdays at 7 o'clock, and I will be tomorrow. I'm planning to be here tomorrow. But this is a special class. I don't do these very often. I am thinking that I might start doing them. Again, my best plans, I get things going, and then sure enough, something happens with my husband's health or my mother-in-law. So that's where I'm at, and I'll do my best to. I've got some great ideas. That's what I can say. All right, so I've already put all my blocks on, or all my stamps on my blocks. So I'm going to move these out of the way, but that's the 2 stamp sets. You can use whatever stamp sets you would like as your sentiments. Also, adhesive back sequin trio. If you purchase the full kit, that is one of the products that comes in your kit, a full package of these. If you only purchase the team kit, then these are not included. So if you're a team member and purchase that team kit, because my team gets it at a discount, okay? So, and then let's just move some of these other things, and we're just going to get started. All right, and you know what? Let's see. Yeah, we're going to just keep the mat here. There we go. I need to make sure we are in the space that we can, so you can see what's happening. There we go. I hope the lighting is okay. Does the lighting look okay, Sue and Diana? I just want to make sure that you have plenty of light here. I might need to move my little, I think I need to move my light down here a little more. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. There. I think that's better. Is that better? If you guys see that, let me know. I'm not as bright, I guess. I'm looking at it. Okay, that is better. Okay, good. Yeah, all right, thanks, guys. Thank you, thank you. All right, sorry for the little, I just want to make sure that you guys can see what is happening, you know? Okay, first card. So when you get your kit, you will have it in envelopes. If you've purchased the full kit, that's what I want to say. Full kit, you're going to have all of your cards in envelopes. This is the first one we're starting with. And let me move this here. So this will be our first card that we're doing. Okay. And let me show you how that's done. So I did say that anything that was die cut will be done for you, but some of your designer paper you're going to have to cut yourself if you purchase the full kit, because you're getting the half a package of designer paper. So with that in mind, you will need your cutter to cut out your pieces, and I am going to tell you what the measurements are, okay? For the first one, though, let's see here. This will already be done for you. That's what I want to tell you. So I just basically cut, this is 4 by 5 1/4 piece of designer paper, and I used one of the radiating stitch dies. You'll see that in a second on another card, but I did use that to cut this section out here. And this piece right here is just a 3/4 of an inch by 3 inches. And then you have 2 pieces of white. You're going to be stamping on the large. The smaller is for the inside. You have your berry burst, which is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. So just, you can fold that over, use your scoring tool, whatever you want to do. Maybe I'll find my bone folder. Here we go. And just score that. I'll keep that out because I'll need that again. All right, thank you guys for commenting there. So this is for the inside. So we're just going to put these 2 things away right now. Oh, you know, one other thing that you will need is a pencil. And I keep that in my basic stamper kit. I use one of these mechanical pencils with a good eraser on it, and I use that. The reason you need that is this piece right here is going to go right on top of, see, that light seems so bright when I try to come up to the camera. That's the reason I was thinking that was kind of weird, but that, I don't know. Okay, there we go. You can, I don't know. Can you see that any better? I shouldn't have this much problem with the lighting. Like, why, Barb? I don't know. See, is that any better? No. Looks crazy to me. Anyway, I'm going to try to do this. Okay. So anyway, you're just going to lay this on top. Don't glue it down yet, okay, because we're going to do some stamping. Just lay it on top, and then I take my pencil, and all I'm going to do is make tick marks at my sides and the bottom. Okay, the reason I'm doing that is so I want to know where to stamp my tree within my open frame here. Okay, so over here, there we go. Hi June. Absolutely, I'm happy I can help you. I'm glad that you email me. Some people will not email me and they don't realize that I'm very happy to help in any way. She had some questions on some things earlier. So glad that you joined me for the bird's eye view, June. So in your kit, yours will, June, yours will be in envelopes and that and such. So just know that. The first thing we're going to do, we're ready to stamp. So we're going to need the black, and then we're going to need several blends. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our memento, and I've got all the things on blocks. The first thing you're going to do is stamp your tree or stick or whatever you want to call it. Okay, and I only use the 2 stamp sets for all these cards, and now I've got my tick marks here. And so I want to make sure that I can put my, let me get this up here. Make sure that my tree, the leaves of my tree are going to be able to fit in the area that's going to be open from the frame. Okay. All right. So I'm going to come down here a little bit off my white. See that? And then I'm going to ink this up again, and just the top part, okay? And then I am going to take a scrap piece of paper. I'm just going to use, actually, I'm just going to take this. And what I want to do is make sure that I don't stamp on where I've already stamped. So I'm going to kind of take this right to the edge of my black. Hopefully you can see that right there. And then I'm going to take this top part that I've inked up, and I'm going to turn it to the side a little bit and stamp it. Okay? What that does is it creates a stem on the tree. Okay? So there you go. That's how you do that. And of course, my cleaner is over here on the side. So let's see here. Okay. Yeah, let me do my phone really quick, because this is weird the way this came up. It's not coming up correctly. 1 second here. There we go. Okay, now I can see it better. It's better now. All right. So there we have created our little tree with an extra stem using the 1 piece. Now you need your leaves, and again, we're going to be just stamping all this in black because we are going to be coloring in. And so yes, we have to, in order for me to do the whole class, you have to see me color just a little bit. And what I'm going to do, I got to get this is kind of up a little higher, so I need to get up here a little bit closer with my head. So I'm going to stamp these so that they kind of fall into the point of the stem, I guess. Yeah, that's what I want to say. And basically, you're just creating, you know, a full tree. Now, you can see here, I really don't have that much room to stamp any leaves there, but we'll get it figured out. I'll figure out what I'm going to do here. I don't know. And then I'm going to make this a little bit fuller, and I'm just going to bring some leaves over like that. And even though it's kind of off the stem, and then I'm just going to come right up here with another leaf. Okay, so there's what I have. Kind of full, but that's okay. That's what we want. All right. So before I move on, you're going to stamp your sentiment on this little piece. Okay, we're going to do that in black, and that's why I said before we move on. Now, you want to make sure that you're stamping your hello over to this side. And the word hello, where are you? I just have to find it here. Excuse me. the word hello from the Biggest Wish stamp set, or whatever sentiment you use. Make sure that you're over to the left, okay, just like that, and make sure you're inked up really good. Whenever you're stamping on your paper, just make sure that you've got yourself inked up well so that you don't have trouble, you know, when you go to stamp your things down, because you're stamping on designer paper and you want it to come out well. So make sure you're fully inked. That's all I want to say, is make sure you're fully inked up. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to set that aside. We'll do the rest of it in just a minute. So I believe that I'm done with the black. Next, we're going to use the Berry Burst. So we're going to do the stamping before we go ahead with the coloring. We are going to use Berry Burst, and we're going to use this little teeny crosshatch, or little X's. Where are you? There you go. These little X's. See that? We're going to use those in our tree, and I'm just going to make those kind of look, I don't know, my goal was to make them kind of look like blooms, I guess, so that there were, so maybe that's what I'll do over in this area, kind of to cover that up. There we go. And all I'm doing is just stamping them around so they kind of look like flowers, or some blooms in my tree, you know. Let's see, right here. Let's just go like that. And there you go. Okay? That's what we have. How is that? Is that too blurry? No, I guess not. All right. Okay, so there's Berry Burst. That's what we need. Alrighty, let me clean this off, and then we will go to the next step, which is coloring. And honest to goodness, you do not need to be fancy schmancy with your coloring, okay? Before you forget, go ahead and erase your pencil marks that you've created, so that you know where to stamp your tree and stay inside your frame that will be cut out for you. There we go. And yeah, I'm outside of it there a little bit. Okay, one last thing there. Okay, got all my pencil marks gone. Maybe not right there. But they're right at the edge of the frame, so it should be good. It should be good. Okay, colors that I'm using here are going to be pecan pie, right? So light pecan and dark pecan. I need those, and then you will need your green. Now, if you don't have these exact colors, there's other colors that are going to coordinate, like Granny Apple, your neutrals. If you don't, if you don't have the neutrals, then you could use the pecan in place of the other one on the other cards that we're going to do here. So, all right. Who else is watching? Welcome. Thanks for joining me. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to come in with my dark and just quickly color these leaves. And you can see that I'm not being a crazy specific here. One of the things that I had to learn, and I taught when I did tons of in-home classes, which I still do classes in my home, and in-person classes, but back in the day, we didn't have the social media to do classes like this. And so one of the things that I learned very early is that some of the stampers are very, they feel like they have to be very perfect. You do not. You really do not. Now see how fast I did those? I'm going to do equally fast. And just fill in the other side with the light to give it some contrast. Okay. Super fast. Now, one of the things, I don't know that I told you guys to have the color lifter. That is a great blend, alcohol blend marker to have. Because if you get something just a little too heavy in the color, you can use that marker, that color lifter, to take some of the color out so it doesn't look so dark or heavy or that kind of thing. So I'm just going to come back and a few of these go over again just to make it a little bit darker in some of them. All right, well there's what you have. So you've got your light and your dark there. Okay, so there's that. So now I'm going to use the pecan. Now this is where you just want to be careful in how you're doing it, I guess, so that you're not doing everything super dark. Now you can use the fine tip or you can use the brush, whatever you feel most comfortable with. But all I'm going to do is kind of come in here and make marks like a tree. See that? I'm just coming in. I'm not filling in the whole thing, but I'm just making it kind of like it's got lines like a tree. See that? Now I'm going to go in with the dark, or that was the dark, excuse me, with the light, and I'm just going to fill in the white and blend that together, and then it gives it more of a kind of a bark kind of look because you've got the lights and darks just like you do on the bark of a tree or stem of a bush or, you know, that kind of thing. So let me see if you can see the, can you see, yeah, there you go. See the difference in, it's just not a solid color, I guess is what I want to tell you. All right, so there we are. That's what we have. Now we're ready to put everything together. Of course, if you want to stamp something on the inside, you can. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the inside. But before that, let's go ahead and put down the frame. And you can use whichever side you want. I kind of like this one better, so I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on this side. And of course, my adhesive is over here. So let me get it. Get it. I was over here at the my other desk working, where I mostly stamp unless I'm recording, and so that's why I didn't have it. All right, so I'm on my silicone mat. I didn't put that as something you would need, but silicone mat, listen, it is $6, and you need one in your basic stamper kit. So if you go other places and you stamp, you need that in your basic stamper kit. And you also need it at home. So there you go. All right, so let me see here. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to go ahead on the side. So I'm going to put this right on the white, and it should match up. If you have a sliver, you know, make sure that you are good at the bottom or top and the side. That's what you want to make sure of. And then we can trim around the edges, because sometimes cutting does not come out exactly, and there might be a sliver left at the top or bottom, which I have a little. Can you see that? Just a little bit. So get my paper scissors here, and yeah, I'm just gonna let me see here. Well, let me see. Here's the true of it. See that you can see that little bit of white. So if you don't want that to show, that's where you're just going to trim. So as perfect as I try to get this for you guys, sometimes this happens and there's nothing I can do about it. You know, it's a handmade card and we're doing it by hand, so it's not machine stamped out or cut out. And so sometimes you have these little slivers that show up. I mean, like that much, you know? Okay. All right, so what is next? Okay, you know what I did is our hello. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here. How do I want to do this? I'm going to cut this way. I'm going to do my little angle that I like to do. And honestly, you can do one of two things. You can come straight across, or you can put it underneath. I'm going to go straight across the top, and I'm going to leave some space here, and that's flat. And bring this over as far as you would like. I want it to be about right there, and I'm going to bring it, yeah, get it straight though. There we go. All right, so there's what you have. And then the next step that we're going to do is go ahead and put this on our berry burst. I'm just looking to see if anybody else joined. Okay, envelope over here. All right, this goes this way, and then this is going to have a nice border around it to bring in the berry burst from what we stamped here, just like that. And then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you with the ribbon in your kit. Let me find mine. Here it is. With the ribbon that's in your kit, okay, this strip is the pecan pie. You need to cut one side of it off, okay? I need my ribbon scissors. And here, I'll tell you, you can just do it all at one time if you'd like. This is an easy way to do it. I'm going to take this and fold it, and then I'm going to come up one more time, and it just takes me less time to cut. But the thing is, you want it to be straight. You want to hold it straight. If you can do that, great. If you can't, then just do it the whole length. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. I'm going to just cut right up. See where I'm cutting right at that dark edge, so that the dark edge is to the right, because I'm right-handed, so it's going to be to my right. If you're left-handed, it's going to be to your left. There we go. And see what I've got? I just have this nice little strip. And yeah, you do have some fuzzies that will come off because, yeah, see that? Okay, but that's okay. We're going to use that. So let me get these off. I have my trash right here next to me. Okay, so there's that. Now, the next thing you're going to do is this is what you're going to, because you're going to use the rest of this on another card. So you need to pull these little pieces. See that? You're going to take a few of those. You don't need a ton. You just need 3 or 4, and just easily pull those right out. Now, some might be shorter, just like what you can see falling here, because of me folding it and doing it that way. See, there's another piece, but I'm getting all the same lengths here now. See that? They're all the same length. I'm going to take this piece, the heavier piece that I cut, and I'm going to put that back on here, and then I'm going to make a bow. So I'm going to come around and make my loop. I've got about that much hanging, okay? And then I'm just bringing it around like that. Now I'm going to put it on my finger that's poking through there, okay? See that? And I'm just going to trade fingers and then grab this from the hole and then pull it. And that creates my bow, okay? Now this one is pretty long, so you can cut some of this off. And let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so there is my bow. I will be cutting some of this off because it's just too much hanging down there. So I think I need about that much. Yep. All right, so again, we're going to be using that shortly. Now, you will make kind of a little mess. So yeah, make sure you have your trash can right next to you, or really close. So, all right. And I will tell you, this is one of the harder cards. We started with one of the harder cards. So if you're thinking, oh my, this is a lot of steps, it's fabulous, but it is one of the harder. It is one of the harder ones. Some of them are super easy. All right, glue dots, that's what I use for my bows. So I just put it right on that glue dot there, and then peel that off. Okay, whoa. And then my bow is just going to kind of go over here, where you can still see the hello, and but it's not way off of the side, okay? So there is your card. A couple more things. We are going to add this to the inside so that you have an inside piece to write on or stamp or whatever you prefer, okay? Welcome everybody. I'm glad that you stopped by just to check out, and if you have all of these products, then you can refer back to this and make your own, have your own, you've got all your own kits and all that good stuff, and do your own thing. So there's that. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some of the gems, and for this particular one, I used the white. You can use whatever color you prefer, but this one I took, I'm going to grab a large sequence, and put that there, and then a small one, and kind of right there, and then just grab another, and I'm just going to come over here, and you can put them wherever you'd like, but let me bring, there we go, you can see them there, and then up here. Okay, if you like the pink, put the pink on there. It's the Berry Burst. It's the Berry Burst and Pretty Peacock, so it coordinates with the gingham paper very nicely. All right, there's card number 1. Okay, let me move these so we can go to the next. All right. And of course, I probably should have stamped. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my envelope. I'm going to take my little crosshatchy thing. Hey, Charlene, welcome. Hi, Sue. Yeah, the fraying the ribbon has become one of my favorites. I know Nancy is usually here, and she knows that I like to do fun stuff like that. So there we go. So there, I just added a little bit on my card, and it almost looks like little bird. You know, it kind of reminds me of little bird feet in the dirt, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, card number 1. Okay, move that over here. So card number 2 is where you're going to use the next piece of your ribbon. I'm looking to clean my little guy here. Okay, now in the stamp set of the birds, you have this little piece right here that's kind of like a one eyeglass that hangs off, like, I don't know what I want to say, Sherlock Holmes maybe, holding it up like a in whatever. But anyway, I think that's what it's supposed to be. All right, we're going to use it for balloons because this is the card that we're creating next right here, and you can stamp what you want on the inside. So let me grab that, and that would be this piece right here. Now on this one, I am pretty sure that in your kit you will need to cut your own pieces, and they are 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches, and you're going to need one of each color that's in the glorious gingham. Okay, there you go. You can design them however you would like, whatever way you'd like. We're going to put those down in just a second. You have a piece of basic white, and this is where we're going to put those strips. This is 4 3/4 by 3 5/8. That's what I have down here. So I was just looking. Hi, Jackie. Thanks for joining. Okay, so there's that. And then your card base is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. And again, you're just going to score that at 4 1/4, or fold it in half, just like I did. This piece is going to go on, but we're going to wait just in case this is a little over the edge. That's all. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's glue that down, and you can put this in whatever order you want. So I'm going to grab, and you can do whatever side you want, but this one I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to copy my sample, which is, oh, I guess these are a little bit longer, so they don't need to be 4 inches, Barb. Hang on. They need to be 3 5/8. Is that correct? Did I do that? Oh, you know what? No. Well, okay, so if you get this piece just like this, we're going to go ahead and just follow me, okay? Basically, what you're going to do is put these strips down on here. Oh, you know what? You want to leave about, oh my gosh, this is not what okay, let's see here. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to lay these down first because I've got that one, and then this one, and then the blue. I'm just looking at my example. Gosh, I'm going to have to go back. Again, the packets are not sent yet because I don't have the order from Stampin' Up! For those of you that ordered the product, the full kit. So I need to make sure that your piece is correct. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start at the edge because I'm going to cut this off. So when you get your kit, you know, it's always best laid plans. When you get your kit, it's going to be the correct size, and I will tell you what that is in just a moment because once I glue these down, you will know. And the reason that this might be like this is because I use leftover pieces and things like that as I was creating, cutting some of the kits for my team meeting. And so that might be why I'm just a little, this is not the size that I want it to be. Because I'm sure it wasn't this way at our meeting, and I don't know. I think this was just extra, and I didn't cut it down completely. Okay. All right. So we're almost there. All right. So here's what you're doing. Okay. You're going to fill that in. And so what do we need? Your white piece in your, it's going to be 3 3/4 by, so this is what it's supposed to look like. You guys follow me there? Okay. So 4 inches by 3 3/4. That's what it's supposed to be. Mine is going to be just a little bit different. But this is what yours is going to be like. All right, so not my ribbon scissors, Barb. We got to put those out of the way. See, that's why I have this on here, so I know which ones are for my paper. All right, so I'm just going to trim this off really quick. Just like that. I love live classes, don't you guys? All right, so I'm going to grab out my trimmer. That's one of the reasons you never know when you might need it, in addition to the regular stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim this off right there at the edge of my designer paper. There. Okay? Yeah, and so then I probably wasn't straight with my designer paper, and that's why I have this little sliver over here on the side. There we go. All right. We're in business. See that? Mine's just going to be a little smaller. Yours is going to be just like this. Okay? Which will be 4 inches by 3 3/4. Your white and your sheets, your designer paper is going to go right on there. Still going to look pretty good. So, okay. Next, we're going to take this, and this is going to get mounted onto your lemon lime twist. Hi, Taryn. And it goes this way, and again, it's going to go right in the, yours is going to go end to end, but, and here, all the way here to here. Okay, so there's what we have. Now, remember I said we're going to be using this piece again. Depending on how many strings you took out of here is going to determine how fuzzy your edging is. And so we're going to be using that. Before we go to that step, we need to stamp our sentiment. Sentiment is going to be birthday, hello. If you prefer it to say happy birthday, you can do that too. My sample says birthday hello, so that's what I'm going to stamp. And that's going to be, again, with our Memento Black. I'm going to pull this up here. So if you are watching me for the first time, I am on Facebook, and then the replay is on my YouTube channel. Every Thursday I'm here at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, and then I upload the replay onto my YouTube channel. So, all right, so birthday is going to be stamped first, and that's going to be kind of in the middle. So I'm just going to kind of come up here like that. There's birthday. Let's clean that. I like to clean as I go. If you don't watch me often and you are watching me for the first time, yeah, I'm a clean as you go kind of gal. All right, and the other word is hello, and so we're going to ink that up good. And hello is kind of going to go right there. Okay, birthday hello. Let's clean that off. I'm looking at my sample. Nope, I didn't stamp anything in there. So here's what we're going to do. Next thing we're going to do is the little thing I told you looked like glasses. We're making it as a balloon, and I just have to find it here. Here we go. And I have straightened out, sorry about that, I have straightened this out a little bit more to look like a balloon string, okay? In polymer stamps, okay, so this is what it looks like. Can you see that? It's kind of to the side too much. So you can take your polymer stamps and you can move them however you'd like. If you want more of a curve, then take it and make more of a curve. Okay, does that make sense? So I'm going to put the balloon, the circle part there, and I'm just going to twist this a little more so it looks like more of a balloon stem. Okay, hopefully you can see that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here, let's remove this because I got to stamp off of my little guy here. We're going to put a balloon right here, and then we are going to put another balloon kind of right there, and we're going to put a second balloon right there, so that you have like 3 balloons. And if you wanted to, you could stamp on the inside, but be aware that your blends will bleed through if you decide to do that and decide to color them on the inside. So I'm not going to go there. Okay, clean. Next. And let's put that on there before I get my arm put in that. Awesome. Okay. Again, if you can't stay the whole time, this will be available on replay, so I hope that you will enjoy everything that you see. Okay, let's do that. So the colors I'm going to be using is, I'm going to use the Lemon Lolly, I'm going to go back to my green, and then I'm going to use my Pecan Pie, wherever I put that, right here. Okay, all right. So, because you got all the colors here. Now, if you have the Berry Burst blends, or the Blueberry Bushel blends, or Peacock, if you want to do them those colors, you can. I didn't put those as part of the supply list, so that's why I'm going with the colors that I am. So I'm going to take the dark, and I'm going to go ahead, and let's go ahead. I'm going to just do a little area, like a big C, color that in there with the dark. Then I'm going to take the light and then just kind of circle that around and blend that in. Okay? When it dries, you'll see a definite distinction of the light and dark, which is so cool about our blends. I love it. All right, so here's the dark Lemon Lolly. And I like to say that. You guys like to say that? Lemon Lolly. And then again, just come over here with the light and color that in, and just kind of connect right up to that yellow, the darker, and then you can see the 2 distinct colors there. And I'm going to stay to the right again, and I'm just going to do the dark, and then come in with the light. Hey, welcome everybody as you're jumping on. I'm glad that you decided to stop by and see what's happening. So this is a full 5 cards using the Birdseye view. For those of you that purchased the kit from me, this is your, save this because this is what you want to come back to. I'm just adding a little more of the dark on the yellow because I wanted that to stand out a little more. All right, can you see the difference in the colors there and the shading? Just like that. Beautiful. All right, we're ready to put the card together, I believe. Yes, so here is my card base, or my top layer to go on my card base, and this is a landscape. So this is just going to go right here. concentration equals don't talk. There we go. There's that. And then the trick to adding your ribbon is actually you have more here than you really need. What we're going to do is this is just going to kind of go like this to create some, like this kind of a thing. And so to do that, let's just, see how this bled through on your blends? That will happen on the inside of your card if you decide to color with the blends there. You don't want to necessarily do that. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to take my adhesive like that, and then whichever way you decide to do this, it's going to work either way. Where's my little guy here? I need this. I need my silicone mat. Okay, because there's adhesive on the back of here and I didn't want it to stick on the paper that I had laying there. So all you're doing is kind of creating a loop and making a little space on this side, and just put that however you'd like. You know, big loop, little loop, whatever you want to do. This really isn't this hard. I'm making it harder than it is. Okay, there we go. Down. So that's just going to kind of hold it for me to be able to take some dimensionals and put them on the white. So, alrighty. Let's get that put down. And again, I'm going to put some right on my ribbon so that it just kind of holds that in place. Let's see. I think I will put one like right there too. Okay. Get those little pieces off. This is just going to go on the front of the card. And there we are. So this just kind of goes like this. And you can, again, play with your ribbon however you want it to be. After I get this on here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my ribbon scissors and I'm going to angle this a little bit like that. And there you go. Let's add the what are they called, Barb? Your sequins. Yeah. Now, this particular one, I chose to add a few colors, all the colors on this one. And I see that on my other one, I didn't quite leave my loop so big. I'll show you the other one. Okay, so I'm going to just take some of the Berry Burst, and let's just put one here. And we're going to come right up here with one. I have a couple of each color is what I did. So let's bring this over here, kind of like right there. Right there. Then we've got the Pretty Peacock. I have like, we'll put one right there, and then let's get a smaller one and bring it there. And then I'm also going to grab some of these white color, and let's see here, let's put that down here, just to make it almost like, you know, you just got confetti everywhere for the birthday. That's kind of what it looks like to me with all the different colors on there. I think I'm going to add another one of these kind of white ones. Let's see here, where do I want that? Let's put that right here. Okay. All right, so there you are. See where all the sequins are on there? You can see them kind of here and there and everywhere. All right, card number 2. Fabulous. Okay, so folks, this is what your card's going to look like. Your colors are going to go from top to bottom of your green. Can you see the difference? What happened? I just had I had a different piece of white in my kit for showing you guys tonight for some reason, but there you go. So yours is more top to bottom. Okay, and of course that's going to go into the envelope. All right, card number 3, you will need to, we're going to do a little fussy cutting, and you are going to need your trimmer for this. And let me grab mine right here. So I'm going to move a few things out of the way for a minute. Put that to the side, put these over here. Okay, put that here. I just need to make some space. All right, let me see. Let's come up here like this. This is what I want to do. Okay. here is, so this is the card we're doing. And it's a fun fold where you open like this, okay? In your envelope for your kit, you have all these pieces, all right? I did pre-cut these for you. I'm pretty positive because they are with the radiating stitch dies. So I used my scraps for that. This is the inside from the very first card we did, this one, okay? So I'm going to set these aside because we're going to work on this, all right? First thing you're going to do is you're going to score at 5.5. So I'm going to measure right over, here's 5, 5.5. Come over here, just like that. Make sure you're using the scoring tool and score that at 5.5. Now you need to lift that up, and you're just going to turn this to 2 inches. Okay, right there's 2. So I'm going to measure this over to 2 inches, just like that, on that 2-inch line. I'm going to lay this down, and this is where my score line is at 5.5. Okay, and for as a tip, see this white underneath here? I have just put tear tape there and left it without the backing on it so it's not sticky. I can see right there at 5.5, I can see my score mark here. So what I'm going to do is cut this down. I'm going to pull this and cut it to 5.5 or my score line. So there's 5.5, just like that. I'm going to lift this up, going to turn this, and then cut down the score area. Okay, you just want to make sure that your score is right in your cutting groove, and you just cut this down to 2 inches. Again, you're going to watch where you're going here to 2 inches. You can do it this way, or you can cut it with your scissors, whichever way you prefer. Okay, so see this? See that? That's going to come right out. And you want your big piece to stay on your card front. So this is 2 1/4, this bottom piece here, okay? I'm looking at my computer as I'm demonstrating, and my color looks skewed on there, but I'm looking at my phone and the color looks right. Weird. Okay, so that's what we need. Okay. This is just extra. You can do whatever you want with that. So your other pieces that you have 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. That's going to go in here. You have a scrap that you're going to be stamping on and doing some cutting. You have a piece of pecan pie, and get my little ruler here. Pecan pie is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. This piece was done for you. It's on the inside of your it's from the inside from the first card. So that's already done. And then I have blueberry circle and pecan pie heart. And that's what you have. All right, now let's do some stamping. This is our piece that we need to do some stamping on. For that's got to be fussy cut. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually, I'm going to save this, and I'm going to use my scrap over here because I've already stamped my bird and I've already pre-cut it. But what you're going to do is you're going to stamp your little bird, and this is the, nope, that's not the one. Here's the bird I used. So, well, we'll go ahead. Let's go ahead and stamp on here because I want you to see what you need to do, okay? So you need to use your black. Of course, if you don't want to stamp the word thanks, you can use whatever sentiment you would like. And, okay, so here's my bird. Okay, you're going to stamp that, and then you're going to color it with the lemon lolly, and then you're going to cut it out for that guy. I have this as a thanks, and so I'm going to take the word thanks, and just going to, well, I guess I'll do this. Oh, gosh. So decisive here. There we go. Just like that. That's going to be fussy cut, and you will watch me fussy cut that. I am going to fussy cut that. Okay, so there is what we need stamped. And again, I'm a clean as you go here, so just 1 second. And that. oh, you know what? We've got to do one more thing. So I need this little guy and I need this again. Okay. Okay, so stamp that. We're going to go ahead and cut this thanks out. And all I'm going to do, sorry I got out of camera, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow the word. And again, don't worry if this is not like really super straight. If it's a little shaky, it's okay. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. All right. Come around the S and just move those the cardstock and come right around wherever the. I always leave a little bit of white when I'm doing this kind of fussy cutting too, so you want to make sure to do that. And come around here. Now, if you want to cut out a 1-inch strip and just keep it straight, hey, that is quite all right. It's your card. You do what makes you happy. That's what it's all about, right? Stamping makes you happy. Okay, we're going to need this again. That's what I was getting at. So we've got this little guy done. You're going to be stamping your bird on here. So let's take these pieces, get an idea of where you want them to be. Like, I mean, they're kind of over here to this side, but get an idea of where you want these to go. Then you're going to ink up your bird, and again, make sure when you are stamping on your designer paper that it is nice and inked up. I mean, let you have good coverage on your stamp. Does that make sense? So ink up your whole bird. Then you're going to stamp this little guy kind of right here, just like that. Okay, that's what we got. Now I'm going to clean him and set him over here out of the way. You're going to take your lemon lolly and you're going to color in your birdie. And again, I took the dark, and wherever there's little lines like this, I just took my dark and I just kind of filled it in. I kind of went around his tummy like that. And then here in the back side of his little wing area. And then just kind of went in here. And I just gave him highlights like that. Okay? He, she, it, whatever it claims to be. Whatever you want it to be, I guess. And then take your light, and I just colored in the whole rest of it. Okay? Now, if you need to do a little darker with the yellows, see how the shadow, you can see the shadows there, then you're going to cut this guy out, and you're going to cut him out. I have him already cut here. You're going to cut him out with no feet and no hair. Okay? Cut those right off, because why? You're going to pop him up, and his feet are going to stick out underneath, and his little foo-foo hair is on the top. It's going to stick out. So that's what you want to do. So I'm going to take the small down here by his tail. I got 2 of them there. And then let's get a couple large. Put one here and one there. Okay. And then we're going to put him on, I'm calling it a him. These birds make me think of him, I guess. All right, and then you just take this and you just put it right on top of where you stamped. See that? And look, his hair shows and his feet show. How cute is that? I thought it was stinking cute. Alrighty, so then let's take our circle, and that's kind of going to go down here. And then the heart is right there. Okay, just like that. Now we've got this cut out, and I'm going to use my mini glue, my mini dimensionals. Hi Shar, welcome. You can go back and watch the replay if you just joined. I see more of you have jumped on here. We are on card 3, and the easier ones are left, to be honest with you. So let me get my backings off here and throw them in the trash over here to my side instead of all over my floor. Oh my gosh, you guys should have seen my room. I was creating some things for class. By the way, I have beautiful fall class coming up. And I had the little dots everywhere, you know, the paper things. Okay, so my thanks is really just going to go right over here, like that. Oh, it's so cute. And then let's go ahead and, because I'm working on this little piece right here, I'm going to go ahead and put the little sequence on right now. I'm going to grab a big one here, bring that up here. Now, you can use whatever color you want, you know. You don't have to use the same colors I'm using. You can use whatever colors make you happy. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's put this one here. Okay. So, I just thought these went the best. That's why I chose that. Now, this is for the front. So again, if you want to wait and put your little adhesives on or sequence on, you can. Let me find my pecan pie in here. This is going to go on the pecan pie, just like that. Beautiful. Okay, now let's do some stamping on this section right here. You're going to be using the lemon lime twist. Okay, and let me get this over here. I'm going to put this here. There. Get straightened out here. We need these little guys, the glasses. Now, I will tell you, if you like the glasses, put the glasses on your birds. I just didn't like the glasses. But this is what I decided to use with one pair of the glasses, that these are just kind of like bubbles or circles, designs on my bottom half here. There we go. And, you know, some of it's going to be covered up when you put the piece that we just stamped on here. And again, make sure that you're kind of, you know, doing it every which way so that your circles are not all the same. So there we go, all over. I think I'm going to do this and put one right here. It needs one there. Okay, let's clean that stamp. Alright, and now on the inside, we are going to stamp on the inside. So, on the inside, we have thanks, friend. Okay, and we're going to use pecan pie and whoa, almost threw that on the floor. Pecan pie and lemon lime twist. Okay. So the word friend is right here, and that's going to go on this piece. Now, what we want to do before we decide to stamp is we're going to put this on the front of our piece right here, okay? So you notice you don't want to put adhesive here. You don't want adhesive here. You only want it on the bottom. Excuse me, I think I have the hiccups. So I'm going to put this down, so maybe like 1.5 inches or something. But anyway, I'm going to take my finger and figure out that's where I need adhesive all on this section. So let's do that. Let's just get that adhesive going there. Now, if you're a liquid glue person, you know, hey, do that. I tend to use the Stampin' Seal almost all the time. Okay, so I'm just going to try to center that into that right there, making sure my adhesive is not showing here at all, and that I'm kind of straight. There we go. Okay, so what that means is I want to make sure that my words are behind this right here. Again, this is where your pencil comes in. If you would like, you can do a little tick mark there, and a little tick mark there, and there. And then you have these little markings knowing that's the outside of your front, and you want to stamp underneath and in the middle of those. Hopefully that makes complete sense. Okay, and let's ink this up. Now I may have to use my spoon, and I'm going to shove some more of this ink out of the way on this. This is just such a juicy pad that it gives us little bubbles when I stamp it. So let's ink that up again. See if I can get that better. Okay, that looks better. So here we go. We're going to stamp this friend in between my markings here. So just like that, the word friend. And then we're going to take those little X's with our pecan pie. And now you could take books, you could do whatever you want. If you wanted to do something different, you could. But these little X's are just the stinkingest, cutest little things. And so there we go. Just put those around, kind of highlighting your word friend. Making sure you're not, okay, that was the other thing. See there? You can't see where I stamped because I made sure that I had it spaced so that it wouldn't show. I had my little pencil marks. Alrighty, let's do this. Let's go ahead and I'm going to grab my envelope again. And let's see. I don't know. I think I'm going to take those glasses again. I'm just being creative. I don't know. I'm going to take these glasses and let's go ahead and do a couple of those here. So it doesn't really look like glasses, I guess. Just like little circle things. Then I'm going to take this guy and let's put those in between for some interest, kind of a little creative card. I'm getting off my mat here. There we go. Just give it something different. Okay. Again, you can be as creative, hopefully. I got a little ink on there, but it's okay. It's all right. We'll blame it on the post office, right? Okay. Next, we are going to clean this up and add our inside, and then we're done with this card because we already put the gems on there. Okay. So yes, this class is a little bit longer because it is a class, and I'm doing the 5 cards, kind of explaining some of the different tips and techniques with this. And, you know, the good part is that on the replay, you can always go back and fast forward and do those kind of things when you're watching it on YouTube or wherever, Facebook or YouTube. Let me grab my pencil again, and I need to take those tiny little tick marks away, just like that. And there is card number 3. Isn't he cute? So cute. Okay. Da-da-da. I already put the sequence on, and so, yep, there we go. Alrighty, next we have, let me find my things over here on the side. The next card we're going to do is some more coloring, and again, it's coloring because you're doing things with blends. And so, in this packet, you'll need a couple pieces of your Pretty Peacock, and these little pieces are 3/4 of an inch by 2 inches. Yeah, so 3/4 of an inch by 2. This is already cut for you. This is radiating stitches white, and I just used a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and cut that out for you. So there's that. This piece will go behind your stitching, and this is the pecan pie. So 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I have a little thingy here off my sequence. Alright, so there's that, and then this is for the inside, 4 1/4 by 5, and this is Pretty Peacock. So let's fold this in half, or you can, use your scoring tool, whichever works for you. There, and here's my bone folder hiding under a bunch of stuff. Fall is in the air. You think so, Shar? Remind me again where you're from, Shar. I don't remember where you, I just don't remember. Tell me where you're from again. We're going to need the black for this one, and the pretty peacock. And do I have that over here? Did I tell you pretty peacock? You know what? It wasn't in my pile. We need pretty peacock. It was in the instructions to begin with, though. When in the video of what you need, but yeah, you will need pretty peacock for this one. Okay, so we've got those that we need. Okay, that's going to be our front. That's our inside. We're going to stamp on this, and we're going to be putting this on here. So before we do that, let's do our stamping, because I want to do that first, and then the next step will be the little designer paper. Okay, so again, we're going to use our tree, and we're going to use black. And so let's ink that up. And I did go off of the side of the here. And let's see, how far up did I go? Make sure you're kind of down towards the bottom on this one, I guess, just like that. All right, and then we're going to make sure to put our little bird pretty close to the left, because you want to have enough room for your happy birthday that you're going to be stamping. This is a different bird. I tried to use all the different birds. This is the one that's a little bit bigger, and there we go. This is also black in the memento. Oh, Wisconsin, Char. Okay. Yep. So your seasons are pretty close to Michigan seasons. Let's see. Let's come right over here, and I'm making sure I can see. I need more black. This sky isn't dark enough for me. Okay. There we go. Make sure that your little feet are on, that he's sitting on the branch, or standing on the branch. Ooh, look how perfect I got that. You can't even see the bottom of his feet. It's right on the line. Okay, so he's standing on the branch. Let's see. So next we are going to go ahead and stamp with our pretty peacock, and we're going to stamp happy birthday. You guys, one of the things that there's a stamp set which I did not get in the pre-order. The stamp set, I think it's called More Wishes or something to that effect, but lots more that are like the Biggest Wish, the stamp set that we're using. There are Christmas words and New Year's and just some cool stuff. Okay, so happy birthday, that's what we need. I am going to go ahead and stamp my birthday first, because I want to make sure that's in the right spot. So pretty peacock, and let's put that kind of right here, just like that. And then next we're going to take happy and make that up good. Hi Jean, I didn't see you jump on here. Okay, and then the next is just kind of fit it in there so that it looks good together. Okay, all right, we have one more card after this one, you guys, so hang with me. Again, if you have to leave, come back. You'll have the replay to look at anytime, especially when you get your card kits. For those of you that purchase those from me, I am waiting again. I mentioned again, I'm waiting, which it should be here. I didn't look today to see when it might be delivered, but I'm thinking that it should be here before Friday, so I can get the kits in the mail on Saturday at the latest. So for some reason I got a little ink up there, but it's okay. Okay, so how do I color these? Now remember I said that we have, oh no, I did not. So I'm sure you guys can still hear me, but what happened is I went to reach for these guys. So what am I going to do? I think since I can't get my hands to show on the bottom, I think I'm going to have to come down here where you can see what I'm doing. That way I don't have to do a part 2. This works. Okay, so I'll tell you what, I need to do something first, so bear with me. I am hate as this happens, but my goodness, I don't know what else to do. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to switch this, I got to switch my view here to, technology, you girl, I'm telling you. Okay, so let's go to, I might have to adjust my camera, okay? I might have to adjust the project camera. That's not what I want because you can't see me. Laptop, there we go. I'm really big, sorry. I'm going to have to push this down here so that you can see what I'm doing. Because my camera just went crazy, okay? So let me get this here. And of course, I'm hoping that you're going to, if you're not seeing this right side up, forgive me. I'm going to have to show it to you guys. Okay, let me see. I'm waiting for the catch up on my phone to see how this is looking. Ugh, so frustrating. Okay, let's bring this down a little bit more so you guys can see better. I'm waiting for the Facebook, there we go, to catch up. Okay, so there. Hopefully we're going to be able to see this. Okay, I think I got it. We're almost done. That's the good news. I don't want to start a new video, so this is what we're going to do. And let me see here. Maybe I went too far. I'm trying to make sure this is in the right area. So but I have to wait for Facebook to catch up. Okay, there we go. Okay, all right. So what I was talking about is the two light blends and the next darker neutral blends. I have 400 and 600. Okay, these are the 4 that I'm going to color with, and I'm going to color the bird first. And so let's see here. When you use these, I'm going to use a scrap paper here, and there's that color, and there is the lighter color. Okay, I just want to make sure, because one looks more pink than the other. So this is the one that I'm going to use, the 700, 800, okay, the lightest of the two. That's what I'm going to use first, because that seems to be this orangey color. And what am I doing? I'm going to color it just like this. I'm going to, wherever there's markings on the bird, that's where I'm going to color. I can't tell you guys how frustrated I am right now because my webcam just went poopy on me. It really makes me mad. Anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. Best laid plans. Okay, so now let's just color this little birdie in. This made me think that it looked more like a real bird, this color. Like these are colors that you might see on some of the birds out there. But anyway, and it went well with the designer paper, so that's why I chose these neutral colors. And I don't use them very much either. So there we are. That little guy. Now I'm going to use the darker colors. I'm going to do the same thing I had done earlier, where I just came in and I just kind of made lines, and then take my light and the lighter of the neutrals and come in here and just color that. Fill that in, all the whites, and that way it looks like a little more like bark on the branch, if that makes sense. Okay, you could add leaves on here if you wanted to, all that kind of stuff, But that's all there is to this card right here. So let's put it together. Okay, so what you're going to do is you have got, we are going to take this and let's go ahead and put this piece down first. This is your pumpkin pie, goodness gracious, pecan pie. And that's going to go, make sure that your card is the correct way so that it opens the right way. Hopefully you guys can still see all right. Again, I just did not want to start a new video, so I'm just making sure that, try to keep it in the right spot. So here, you're going to take this, and these pieces, you want to make sure that they're in the same spot. So if you are using grid paper, that might help you a little bit. So you will just take your designer paper, find a line on your grid paper, bring it down, and put that there. And then just follow the same paper up at the top. That's why you need your silicone mat underneath you, Barb. Okay, so there we are. And then this come up here, and this is going to come right up here. Okay. And you don't have to be exact, goodness, you know, just get it on there so that it's about the same place, because what it does is it gives the illusion that you've used a whole strip of paper and when you really didn't, you know. Okay, all right, so now we're ready to put this on here and get this going just like that. And then this will center in your peacock layer, just like that. And it's kind of fun because you've got the designer paper there. And then, of course, we're going to take the sequins and put a few of those. And that's definitely going to use the peacock. So let's grab this one that was flying around here earlier. So let's do that. And then a small one like that, and let's grab one of these other big ones and just come right over here. Oh no, I think I want it up here. So guess what? We're going to take this one, and I got my little pointy edge of my take your pick tool, and like that. I'm going to use my little ink eraser to help me get that out, that little edging off there. This is there. That's what I wanted. I wanted it right there. That's what I had in the first one. So now this just goes on the inside, and this card is done. And the last one is super easy, and we are going to go to card number 3 after we put this layer on the inside. I just want to say thank you for watching me the whole time here, even with my technical issues. But hopefully you can see okay, and all this will be good when you're creating your projects. Okay, there we go. All right, there's card number 4. So now we're on to card number 5. Stick that in the envelope. And there's my other little guy. So no fussy cutting on that one. All right, last but not least, this is our last card, and there is fussy cutting on this one, which I've already done, so you don't have to watch me do any fussy cutting. This is our card right here. Sorry, I guess, I don't know if it's showing you upside down or not. I'm going to, it looks like it's upside down, so yeah, I'm going to turn this so that it's right side. There you go. I can't tell which way I need to go here, right or left. I'm waiting for the catch up on the Facebook. There we go, this way. All right, fabulous. Okay, now let's go ahead and get the last section here. And this piece is super easy for you because all you need to do is take your designer paper and you're going to cut it to 3 by 3. So cut one in half and then cut it in half because it's a 6 by 6, right? Let me move this over here. Okay, so you have a scrap piece right here, and you will stamp your birds, and let me find them. Where are you? Here's this one and the little one, okay? And those are going to be done in Blueberry Bushel. There's a fun technique with this card, and just hang tight, and I'll show you that. But yeah, this one is an easy. So you're going to stamp your bird, okay, and then you're going to stamp your other little bird, and those are going to get fussy cut. Before you fussy cut them, take your blender pen. Remember I said we'd be using a blender pen, and all I did is I took this and I just rolled it right inside the wing and on this little section right here. And then here I just kind of went like this to pull this ink, just like that, okay? And then here on the tail of the wing. So all I did was, that just gave me a little bit more color on the birds. Put it like that so you can see what I did, hopefully. And then I fussy cut those, and so you leave your feet on those. So here they are. There's the fussy cut pieces. All right, so I'm just going to put this to the side. And then we have this little piece right here, and we're going to stamp the word, well, the way that it comes is the word friend. Now, let me see. Here it is. Here's friend, and then we're going to use the S off of the word thanks. Okay, so you're going to ink up the word friend with blueberry bushel. This is your little die cut piece that you'll have. So I'm going to take the word friend and come over to the left pretty far, kind of in the middle, and stamp that down. Okay? There you go. Now, what you can do, I'm going to try to get this in the thing. Thanks, Jackie. I'm glad that that's a good tip for you. Little birds there. Okay, so there's our word friend. Okay? Let me see if I'm in the camera still. I think I am. Yeah. All right, I'm going to try to do this. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to take the word thanks. I want to make sure, try to be in the camera here. So I have to wait a second, you guys. I'm so sorry. I have to wait for my Facebook to catch up to make sure that you can see. Okay, I think. Okay, right here. So here is the S on the word thanks. I am only going to ink that up. Just the S. And see what I'm doing? I'm just on the corner of my pad, just to get that S inked up. Okay? I need to come down here a little. Okay, now I can see it better. Okay. All right. See there? I just inked up the S. That's it. I'm going to take that S. I've got to turn this towards me or it's not going to come out right. Make sure the rest of your stamp is clean beforehand, but you're going to take this and you're going to line this little S up right at the end of your friends and stamp that down. And look at, you have the word friends. Okay? Hopefully you can see that well. I know that you can see the birds here, looks like. I'm in the camera now. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Whew. Yes. All right. We're ready to put our card together. So what you're going to do is you're going to stamp your birds, use your blender pen, fussy cut your birds, and here's what you have. And now we're ready to put things together. Okay? So move this inky over here. And bring my silicone mat over here so that we're going to add these guys. I'll come down here a little bit. Put them up here. Hopefully, I'm making sure I'm in the camera. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add these two pieces onto your blueberries. So these are 3 by 3, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And you can do them both the same design, or you can do them separate. I'm doing both two different designs. Oh. All right, there's that one. And let's go ahead, and these are just, like I said, added onto the berry burst. So these core colors really go well together. All right, so I'm gonna, this is our 8.5 by 5.5. I'm just going to fold that in half and score it. Okay, this is also a landscape card. Let me see, I need to come up here. And then we're going to take, this is going to go on first, so let's put this down, and I've got it at an angle. So what I've done is I've kind of got it from this side to this side. Let me see if I can, I'm trying to see in the camera here that you guys can see me. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Let's see here. Let's come down here a little bit more. There we go. Put that in an angle. Then we're going to take this one and then put that on top. Okay. And then let's just come up here, kind of angled like that. So there's what we have. Let me see here if I can see it in this way. All right. So that's what it looks like. Now we're going to put this on flat, and that's, I got my little trimmer from earlier. We're almost, this is the last card, you guys, so thank you for hanging tight. And on the replay, of course, you are able to fast forward and such. So hopefully you'll be able to get through the nonsense that happened there, and that you're still able to see just fine. It looks like you can, because I'm looking at it on my phone. I'll turn this around the right side up once I get the birds on. But now we're ready to just add our cute little birds that we have stamped with blueberry bushel and created some coloring with our blender pen. So this little friend is going to go right here. So cute. And I'm using the mini glue dots, or the mini dimensionals, just because they just seem to work the best with these little spaces that we have on the bird. There we go. And get these things, get my fingers going here. And yeah, I got them all off. All right, and so this little friend is going to just kind of come up here like that. So cute. And then we're going to use the Berry Burst sequence. Grab a big one here and just fill in some of the space that's open. Let's see. Let's grab this one. Just come down there. I think I'm going to take another little one, and for the word my eye, I'm going to dot my eye with that one. And that's our last card. So let me turn it that way so you can see it better. Oh my gosh. So you guys are the best, whoever stayed with me. I know we were up to much more than 5 earlier. But thank you for hanging with me in this mess of a situation with all the technical that happened. And I didn't want to create another video. So I'm going to turn this back up towards me here just a second. So thank you for being patient, I guess, as this crazy happened. And I zoomed in a little bit. There we go. So you're not seeing the top of whatever. Thank you for watching the video for Bird's Eye View. If you got the class, again, save this video, like it, make sure that you put it where you can find it at some point. Thank you so much, Jackie. I'm looking down at my phone. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch. It's been an hour and a half, but it's a class. Would you have done these 5 cards in an hour and a half if you were, you know, in person? It probably would take a little bit longer because I had some things fussy cut already and stuff. So I appreciate your time. Again, enjoy the class once you get it, or creating it on your own if you didn't get the kit from me. Join me tomorrow. I've got some great stuff to share. Thursday, Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. right here on Stamp with Barb. All right. Bye-bye.